Hello, people. It's nice to meet and talk to you again. Don't forget to hit subscribe as we continue healing our hearts. So, today I've got a trauma healing experience arc. So, this is an arc that shows how a person goes through traumatization and at last becomes healed. So, we start with suffering, then we have being heard, we have grieving, lamenting, or in short, complaints. We got bringing pain to the cross, we are forgiving, reminding, and resilience. So basically, this is an arc that will help us or will help people to heal their heart wounds slowly by slowly. So after we've gone through all these stages, I know most people who have heart wounds will have, will be healed, or if not healed, will be on their way to healing. But today, I want to give you a story about myself. And as you all know, I'm a Haki princess, uh, a person who is after healing people's hearts because at a certain time my heart was so much wounded and it was in so much pain. But after going through trauma healing, going through all those studies, I've been better. So today I'm gonna give you a story uh, on myself and my trauma healing history. So 1 year ago, I had an accident with a machine. I was using a machine that is used for chopping animal feeds. So, and I was a fan of using it. And this particular day, I went normally, and I had an accident. And after the accident, my hand was not basically my hand, but my two fingers, that is the index finger and middle finger, were chopped. And as you can see, it's my right hand and I'm right-handed, so it was it was traumatic. As the doctor say, it was a traumatic amputation. So after I was cut, I remember saying these words: God, is this what you found right? Is this how you want me to live? I never said anything else. So I was taken to the hospital. uh, the doctor checked me, I was treated and came home. So something gave me strength. I never understood whether it was out of too much shock or I kind of shut my brain and tried, not to think about what happened a lot, but I was not in as much pain as people were thinking that I was. So I came home and everybody else was, you know, their minds were elsewhere. Everybody is shocked. Watu wanalia. And I was there, not crying. Found like it's a normal thing. And life went on. So I kept on going for checkups every 2 days, every one after every 1 day, after every 2 days. And there's this particular day. Actually, when my fingers were cut, zilikatiwa at this point. So this finger, kwa sababu ilikuwa imekatiwa below the joint, it had to be removed completely. So this one was removed the first time, and on my index finger, this one remained apart from this joint downwards. So as we were going for clinics, checkups, one day I remember it was on a Saturday, the doctor checked my finger and told me, see the part that we left. We were trying very hard to make it stay, but as you can see, everything is not going as planned. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to cut that part too. And the doctor said, if you don't have any problem, we can do it right now. And my mind was in a mess. So the only question came was, even if I don't do it today, I'll have to do it tomorrow. And I asked the doctor, do I have any other option? And he said no. From the first time that I had the accident, this was the point that I felt like my world shattered. And I just found myself crying. Tears, uncontrollably I cried. And because my mom was there with me, she held my hand and told me, you know what, Eva, kwa hii room siwezi kuwa na wewe ukipata hiyo surgery, but I'll just leave you in God's hands. And my mom prayed with me. But the difficult thing that the only difficult thing that I felt was that I couldn't even say amen, because deep down I was asking myself, if God was seeing me, if God has been with me, if you're leaving me in God's hands, where has this God been for this while? Nikipata hiyo accident, that God was there, akuzuia. And now the part that was remaining inaenda kutolewa, and you were telling me that you are leaving me in God's hand. And I cried. Actually, I cried for the whole, I guess 90% of the time I was in that bed, I was just crying. And the doctor tried to calm me down. So he was asking, Eva, how old are you? And I was like, just turned 23. You can imagine a 23-year-old girl who is a prime age of having fun, building her career, building her life, and an accident happens. It was painful. It was shattering. At that pain, I saw my dreams crash. I felt my life is over. And I felt like God has left me. But I thank God because my family stood by me. Thank you, family members. I love you all, from my dad, my mom, my siblings, dad's brothers, cousins. They all stood by me. And I thank you all. I'm much honored to have you as my family members. So after the surgery, I came back home. And when I came, my sisters were here. And mama akaingia kwa nyumba, and I sat down, nikakaa nje. So they couldn't ask me what happened, so they went and asked mom. And I guess mom told them everything. So I just sat down, took my phone, put music, and I was just listening to music. And at that time, listening to music, I guess my pain came back and I cried. I want to thank my sister Esther. You give me a shoulder to cry on. You allowed me to wet your clothes that day. Thank you, sis, nakupenda. And I cried. So I cried too much. But the good thing is, the music helped me calm down. Sammy K, if anybody knows Sammy K, just tell him he's doing a good job, because his music kept me going. I would just listen to his music and I would feel like the pain is suppressed. So I went on, and every time friends would hear about what happened to me, I remember a friend of ours, alisikia that I've had an accident, and actually he just, he passed away a few months later. May his soul rest in peace. And he asked, guy, yani amepata tu accident, hata hiyo accident haigeruhusu tu aolewe. And after I heard that, I was like, oh really, so it's that bad? Even my marriage, my everything is collapsing. But I kept myself strong because every time I would cry, I would find that all people around me would cry. So I would hold up my pain, hold up those tears, and I would not cry in front of people. I would not show them pain because uh, I never wanted them to, you know, be like, they are in pain too. So I would hold up each and every pain. Life went on, kept on going for checkups for around 4 months. Dr. Peter Muhatete Center, thank you. You took care of me, not just as a doctor, but as a friend. I want to thank you so much. So, life has not been easy. Number one, I was independent, I could do anything, but now, hata kujifulia nguo I can't. It felt bad being dependent, but my family was there for me. That's why I'm always thanking them. They stood by me, and at last, they did my washing, my cooking, my. And I was not allowed to do anything. Not even, so I'm not doing a single thing. Thank you people, nawapenda sana, you always in my heart. So this journey has not been easy, but I want to thank friends who would call me and ask me, "Ba, are you healed? Are you okay? How are you doing?" Thank you all. Even know that you've been calling me, asking me how I'm doing. Thank you for standing with me. So after a very long time of healing, and now I could start doing a few things here and there. I went for a seminar, and that is why I was taught about trauma healing, and that is why I came to share about my trauma, about the way to heal wounds. So I know it's not easy, it's painful, and actually until now, at times I think that I'm healed, but sometimes I just sit down and you know think about what happened, and the pain comes back, and I feel like I want to cry. But again, I just tell God, please, you're with me when this happened. Walk with me in this journey and help me heal. So I believe that God's strength has sustained me this far because I could not have done it. My church members stood with me. Thank you all. So each time I think of the words that God would say, I would just think, oh really? So things happen because a person asked, who uliona wapi msichana akitumia mashine ama akienda kufanya kazi na mashine? And I was like, really? Am I the one who did not do enough, study well and go work in an office like any other girl? Or was I wrong? I've used a machine which is work from, as per their perspective, it should be men's work. And it was painful thinking that people will just criticize you when you are low. So in this journey, it's when you realize who are your friends, who are not your friends, who will stand with you, and you just feel that is where you differentiate between your friends and those who are just there to behave like friends. So, in giving you my story, which was a brief me, I want to tell people if you are in pain, I know that pain can go away. I know healing is a process because personally I've been healing, although not completely, because at times I just feel, again I feel bitter, like it has just happened. But I'm trying because actually this month it's when I just reached 1 year after the accident, and I was like, I thought I would not be able to stand the day, but the day went on well. No pain, no regrets, no crying. So I feel like deep down I'm healing, and I know with time I'll be healing. So if you're there, you're in pain, you don't have to have gone through an accident like me. Maybe someone hurt you, something, you lost someone. Just know that with time you will heal. So I would ask God. I remember, asking God, why did you allow this to happen? So I came to understand that some things happen with God watching and for a reason. So we'll be talking about why God allows us to face suffering, uh, when He can prevent the suffering from coming to us. So continue watching, continue liking and sharing our pages, and most of all, continue subscribing to our channel so that we can reach as many souls, so we can heal as many souls as possible. Thank you all for watching. See you next time all. Bye bye. Nawapenda sana. Thank you. This is thanks to all people who stood by me, my dad, my mom, CJ Star, Maggie, my brother Freddy, my nephews Peter and Neo. They would always tell me, boss, usijali utapona. Like my youngest nephew alikuwa aniambia, Viva, hiyo dudu ilichuka kidole yako, nitaenda nikununulia ingine nikulete. So thank you sweetheart. Nawapenda dads, brothers, dad Maura, dad Sami, your family, my cousins, all of you. Thank you so much. I'm honored to have you all in my life. Nawapenda sana.